everyone! I'm just making myself a quick late night decaf, and then I'll be with you shortly. All right. Hello, hello, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope this is functioning everywhere. I'm not sure if Vega has iron ball sacks, but I suppose I've never asked. How is everyone tonight? Balls of brass. I read that as balls of grass, and I was like, that doesn't sound very tough. Yeah, sorry to anyone who's viewing this not on Twitch. I fortunately don't have easy access to the chats there. So if you'd like to come and hang out with us, please be free to come say hi on Twitch. Hi Sebka, how are you going? Testing 1, 2. Your test came through. Actually, I think I saw my lovely Commissioner Mecha join on Facebook. If you're there, Mecha, hello! And Mecha, if you're there, please feel free to inbox me on Discord if you have any comments about the commission while I'm streaming. Snickers Wolf 32. Hello, how are you going today? Oh, thanks, Sebka. I'm glad that I found this this website that lets me broadcast to multiple places. It's a shame that the chat function for it doesn't quite work properly. But you know, at least people can just watch it from wherever now. You're doing good so far? Well, that's good. Actually, out of curiosity, Sebka, where did you get the notification? And how is everyone tonight? How's my stream holding up? Is it nice and clear still? Usually my stream is gosh darn terrible. But it looks like more stable than ever. Oh, Vega. Phrasing. Craden Echo, hello! Notification via email from Picardo. Cool. Master of Destruction, hello! Long time no see, how have you been? Hi, Orange Kitten. How are you? Yes, Kraden, I am using FaceRig. I'm assuming that's the Kraden I know. Yeah, FaceRig, and then I custom edited it myself. But the base is from the base is from FaceRig themselves. I just edited the skin for it. Yeah, how good is it? Yeah, it's been a while. You're okay so far? Overworked? Oh, sorry to hear you're overworked. I hope you're paid accordingly. I'm quite well, thank you, Master. Just working on this very big painting for a good friend of mine. Mecca, you're back from hell. Alright! Master, thank you so much for following me here. So, for everyone that's new to this painting, this is huge. Yeah, so this is 7 versions of the same character at different points in time. I've never seen a posh American person for a long time. I haven't either, and I'm not a posh American. I'm a posh Australian, I'll have you know. What's news? I don't usually stream at this time. Oh, Sepka, thank you for the follow here! That's a bit inappropriate, Thanos. To answer your question, no, I don't believe they are. Again? Didn't you just move? Or is this like the move into the new house? Yay! I'm still going. Actually, I just restarted. Earlier I was just testing up, like just testing my new broadcasting thing. I was testing it so that I could then go and have dinner or whatever and then come back later and do a late night stream. After the new house? What? Are you guys okay? Like, why you gotta move again? No, I'm not NBN, unfortunately. Seb and I are still looking to move soon, and the area we've been looking to move into is supposed to have NBN. So, fingers crossed! If it's personal matters, don't worry, I can just like catch up with you another time about it, Kraden. But I hope everything's okay. A rooming house? Doesn't Wilco own the house? Isn't he like the landlord now? I don't understand. It sounds like a massive pain in the ass. Okay. Is that a bad thing? Would require modifications and license registration. Oh no! What a bummer! Oh no. Dubs, hello! Oh no, that really sucks, you guys. Dang it. And he just like moved close to me. That's so unfair. How you doing, Dr. Dubs? I see. Oh, oh no, Creighton. I'm so sorry to hear about that. I'll have to check Google Maps later to see if that's anywhere near me. Gosh. It is a shame. Notre Dame isn't gone. Just damaged. But it's okay from what I've heard. Yeah, wow, all that licensing stuff just sounds like such a bitch. So like, is he just gonna cut down to the legal amount? Like, before he has to, you know, get licenses and shit? But you'd be starting a new YouTube channel? Oh, what are you doing for the YouTube channel? Been in a rooming house for 11 months and it's been one of the best times of your life. Oh, that's good to hear. Hi, Brutal, how you going? You killed the stream. Oh no. Going to see Endgame in less than a week. Woo! I think you'll like it. I saw it today actually. It was pretty good. I feel like it was quite a satisfying end to that particular series. That's all I'll really say about it. You're pretty good, and me? I'm quite good, thank you. Just I've been quite busy the past week, and I haven't really worked on this painting, which I'd like to work on, and I'm not really tired, and I've had a pretty good day. So like I'd usually be more tired right now, and usually would not be wanting to work right now, but I'm feeling pretty good, so I thought, oh, let's do a late night stream for once. And yeah, but like actually I was gonna stream earlier today, but the power was out in my house all day until late afternoon. Looked into renting rooms in smaller houses. Tenants have been fucking weird. Oh no. It was sold out when you booked. Oh wow. Yeah, it's getting really good, like critic scores and stuff. The guy met with super shady and kept looking around the room. Awkward. It's like I'm petting my art. Oh, just give him a little pat. A little bit of a stroke on the face. He looks worried. Just needs some courage. Some encouragement, doesn't he? Yes. Dubs, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's new with you? Not much. Well, I guess no news is good news, as they say. Val, hello! Oh no, that sounds like a fantastic housemate you've got there. Can't stay long because you got to sleep. No worries. Thank you for popping in though. Ugh, he knew where you lived. That's still kind of weird, even from 2 blocks away. I don't think anyone 2 blocks away from me knows where I live. Disconnected. Oh no. I've lost count of the hours, honestly, Creighton. It's been months, and I actually had a coloured rough for it, basically finished. And then I had to put the painting to the side for a while to do some professional work that had like deadlines. And then when I came back to it, I hated it so much that I just restarted it from scratch. And another recent painting that's not half as big as this took me like 53 hours. So I hate to think how many hours this thing has taken. Sometimes I haven't streamed and I've forgotten to record it, and other times I've streamed it and recorded it, but then something went wrong and the video got corrupted. So I can't even like put all the videos together to check. Val, thank you so much for following me here. But yeah, it's really come along recently. So yeah, like, the characters are mostly done. So like from this guy onwards, they're like sort of, you know, 80-ish% done. You know, this guy needs a lot of cleanup, and he needs like a whole bunch of weapons and stuff added to him. And his face and stuff needs cleaning up. This guy needs a lot of cleanup. Guy isn't too bad, but he needs a lot of refining and stuff. And yeah, like, guy needs some more stuff added. And then just the background. But yeah, so like I got most of them up to about this level of detail, and then now I'm just going through them one by one, finishing them off. And they're actually all supposed to be. Oh, Creighton! Thank you so much for following me here. They're actually all supposed to be like the same character, but at different points in time. So this is like Mecha's kind of D&D character. He's been playing for a long time, called Boulder. And yeah, so I was quite happy with this guy's face to start off with, so I'm kind of trying to model them all off of his face. And you know, this guy's meant to be a bit older and he's kind of a bit evil. Yeah, it's been kind of a challenge trying to get them all to look kind of like they're the same fox. But I think I'm getting them kind of, you know, these three kind of are kind of looking like the same fox enough. But yeah, thank you, Dubs. It's certainly getting there. AFK, okie dokie. The ballpark, looking at very 200 or 300 for your tattoo. Yeah, I'll have to revise what the tattoo was, but that sounds probably Probably about right. You get Smeg out that way for games now. Synced with your Amazon Prime account. Cool. Does that give you like Twitch notifications on Amazon Prime or something? I don't have Amazon Prime, so I don't know anything about it. And also, how have you been, Val? All your friends are moving north, yay! I know, right? I usually have the opposite problem, where I'm like, I live all the way over north, and everyone else is like in the south, or like vice versa. Well, good, just want to get a ballpark. Oh, beans. It does something, but you don't know what. I've had a few people come in and sub with Amazon Prime. Yes, Vel is the cool black platypus dragon. Also, yes, please let me know too, Kraden. Hopefully I can come for that. Hey there, Wolf from Hyrule. How are you going today? And yes, he's a bit of a cowboy. He's a bit of a cowboy in sort of medieval times. Making it to Furry? Unfortunately not. I didn't really plan for it this year anyway, and then I hear they sold out regardless. Which is actually really good to hear, like I'm really glad to hear that the con's thriving. But I've just had too much going on this year. So, yeah, I decided to pretty much give all cons a miss this year. Oh, hi Angel. What you doing? You alright? It's distracting, so you're popping up. No worries! Thank you so much for popping in, Dubs. It was really good to catch up with you, even if it was briefly. And I hope you have a good one yourself. Just a sec, I have to check on my cat. She's 19 years old, for anyone that doesn't know, and she's been really sick lately. So, I'm just gonna check on her and make sure that she's okay. Be right back. You haven't been to a con for a while? Yeah. Like, I think the last FurryCon I went to was like literally the last convergence, like actual convergence, not the thing that was like a few months ago or whatever. But yeah, Mogwai got to 19 with you. Yeah, yeah, so Angel seems to be doing mostly okay. I think at the moment it's kind of like a trial and error about her diet. The only cat butt? Yes. Hello. Yeah, so Angel's 19, probably almost 19 and a half at this point. So she'll be like 20 at the end of the year, basically. Um, and yeah, on Easter Sunday, she hadn't eaten for like over 24 hours. So I took her to the vet, and she was really dehydrated, and the vets found a bit of a lump in her kind of digestion area. So they kept her in overnight so that they could do an ultrasound. Because of the holidays, they were really backed up, and the next like official time they could book her in for an ultrasound was like the following week. So, or it was quicker to just leave her there overnight. So I kept her in overnight, but then they couldn't get the ultrasound done that day, so they did it the next day, and they kept her in, and they managed to get food into her, and she really perked up, and then most of her results came back as clear, but there was a lot of inflammation where the bumps were, but she's kind of been still having a bit of trouble keeping food down, and she's been having a bit of diarrhea. Sorry, that's kind of gross TMI about my cat, but yeah, so she didn't seem to be feeling very well earlier, and she had a bit of diarrhea, so I was a bit worried about her right now because she was just wandering around, but it's actually made me really happy because it turned out she was hungry and she wanted to go eat something. So that's a good sign. Hang on, I think she's also really blind. So I'll be right back again. I'm just gonna help her find a blue. I'm back! Don't mean to run so soon, but you've got to get to bed. Oh, that's alright, Vega. I can handle it. Hi, Roasty. Hi, Basil Leaf. How are you two? Poor girl, it would have been super stressful. It was, yeah, it was a pretty stressful few days, but she seems to be doing pretty good right now. In general. So, I think once, I think I'm gonna go back to the vet and buy the expensive diet food that they were giving her, like expensive food for like digestion, because apparently she was eating that up really well. And when she came home from the vet, like her litter box was much healthier. Gotta get back to coding. Okie dokie. Have a good evening, Creighton. Ah, you're coding really late at night. Yes. Have a good one, and good luck with the move. Let me know when it is. I can try and see if I can help at the time. And hopefully I'll catch up with you soon. Oh, hello! Lotus Shade, how are you today? And also thank you for the welcome back, Master. Thank you so much, Lotus. I'm glad to hear that you're fine. This has been quite a long painting. But with any luck, I'm gonna work on it like a boss this week, and hopefully actually might finish the damn thing. Won't that be awesome? Wow, this music's kind of weird. Just gonna change it. Oh! Mogwai sounded angry. Did you feed it after midnight? Because the Mogwais themselves are supposed to be quite calm. The music of the Naira's religion. This music's like some really relaxing shit, huh? A Slim religion. It's gonna become a religion. I can foresee this. It's like borderline a religion already. It's gonna be like the flying spaghetti monster religion. In 5 years we'll be needing to register it. Oh! You still don't know what Slim is? Basically, one day I was streaming and someone was leaving, and I meant to say they were going to bed, by the way, and I meant to say, sleep well, but somehow it came out as Slim well, and then I had like a 5-minute long laughing fit over it, and it's just kind of stuck. Everyone has just turned it into a meme. And it's kind of become like my catchphrase. Like, and then it's now accompanied by a second catchphrase. Have fun in bed, where it's kind of a similar thing. Where I was saying goodbye to someone, and they had said that they were going to bed, and I was just like, okay, have fun. And then I realized what I'd said, and I was like, in bed. and then when that turned into a catchphrase, I accidentally said have fun with bed one day. So it's just kind of, it keeps escalating. So now it's Slim well and have fun with and or in bed. Deary me. And the legend was created. Yeah, it was pretty early on in my streams. Yeah, I am just really good at saying stuff. It's like I'm just a constant brain fart. And I think also I was kind of adjusting to a new sleep schedule, and I tend to get mixed up a lot when I'm really tired. So it was probably just the fact that I was a bit tired for a while when I was streaming. It's the meme queen. I'm okay with this title. This music is also kind of... Next! At least I've stopped making fun of you for the pirate boots? What? I don't even remember the pirate boots. Scary Tetris. Yeah! I like this. You met an edgy guy and then you became edgy. Just how it is. That's just life. In the end, we all become the edgy one. We were going to the pizza place and you stuttered. Oh, okay. I can be the meme queen and you're queen of sass. That's a good thing to be queen of. Queen of sass. Who's doing this Tetris cover? It should say on my Twitch actually. There should be an app. Let me just check it in the app itself. James Flamestar. Anyone else had those fake calls from those tax agents? Yeah. That's great. No, you know what? I felt pretty lucky. I happened to see a post on Facebook about it like 2 days before I got one, and they left a message. They're very good at their intimidation tactics and acting like they're really doing stuff. Although, like, once they tell you what they want, then it's just like, this is obviously a scam. But like, they're really good at like sending you into a panic at the start. Oh, you're getting a partial done. That's awesome. That's gonna be so cute. Who are you getting the partial done by? Ye old Tetris. I seem to be getting a lot of spooky music. I'm on this like radio station of royalty-free music, so that I can use it for streaming without anyone screaming at me. And so far I'm on the ambient station, which has been the least annoying. It's got some really lovely music in it, but then sometimes it kind of just like has spooky ambient music, and I'm just like, no, give me the relaxing stuff better. I can words. Yeah, that's what they do. They start threatening you with like legal action and arrests. Maybe so damn fliffy. Tosca, cool. That's awesome. Yes, spooky is an ambience. They're not wrong. It's just like, I like the more like relaxing ambience. I wish kind of like maybe it was separated into genres, like relaxing ambience and spooky ambience or something. Should be done in time for 30. Wow, that's really soon. You must be so excited. And you have a fear of statues. Well, don't come to my city. People dress up as statues and then they turn their head at you and freak you out. Did I see the video of the new champ of League of Legends? No, I did not. I have actually never played League of Legends, if I'm honest. So if I have seen it, it's probably like just from seeing it on Twitter or something. It's true, he does. Oh, a little saber tail. That's awesome. It never makes you feel alone. uh, whoa. I like accidentally went onto a brush setting I didn't want, but it's actually working out kinda good. Yeah, I mean, there's also technically like the Terry Pratchett character of death. So technically there is a legit character of death that can be cosplayed. And he is the best death, in my opinion. I'll be more than happy to accept my fate if he's the one that greets me. He is awesome. Oh, cool! Yes, I look forward to seeing. Have you made any alterations? Those are the best brush settings. No, they're the worst brush settings. Because then it's hard to find them again, because you accidentally stumbled upon them. It's alright though, I know what I did. So it's not too bad. Yes, I do imagine lining might be difficult for animators. But I'm not really much of an animator myself, so I wouldn't personally know. And death's either really painful or not painful at all. Depends on how you die, I imagine. Pratchett's death giving the girl a sword is awesome. I love that scene so much. Other than her becoming a badass shield maiden, she's basically the same. We've yet to make her a rap sheet. Cool! I look forward to seeing what you do with her. Also, Raw. I watched Weird Sisters. I think I did watch a bit of soul music, but it wasn't as much for me, that one. Don't forget to save! Thank you! Those weird introductions to Discworld. I think they were mine too when I was little. Especially Weird Sisters. I loved Weird Sisters so much. Really need to read the novels, but you have no idea where to begin. I've actually been listening to audiobooks of them on Audible. I'm not sure if you can afford Audible or are interested in audiobooks at all, but I highly recommend it. Otherwise, probably there's a couple good websites. I think it's Book Depository is really good. Oh wait, I just realized you probably mean Where to Begin in the series. I think Color of Magic was the official first Discworld book. I'd probably start there. I tried reading it recently, well, listening to it via Audible, and it's not bad, although it's been a little bit dry to begin with. So I think I really need to keep going and get into it a bit more, because I didn't really get that far. $3 a book is a little out of your price range. Yeah. Although I wouldn't have thought that they'd be $30 a book on Book Depository. They're it's $15 a month for an Audible thing, and you get like 1 credit a month. But you can like return a book and get a new credit for it and then get another one. If you're referring to Amazon. Oh yeah, Amazon's bullshit. Especially in Australia. I definitely recommend websites like Book Depository. And the Angry Blue Snake, thank you so much! And welcome! How are you today? I'll just zoom out a bit so you can actually see what it is I'm even doing. Yeah, so I'm doing this really big painting with a lot of characters in it. It's huge. But yeah, it's coming along quite well. Oh, the books! Oh, thank you. Might be able to find something on YouTube. Like audiobooks or something? does take a lot of time to practice. But I think anyone can get there. There's a lot of time. I was actually considering doing a bit of a learning to draw kind of tutorial series soon. That would be kind of a little bit like a course. And it would mostly be aimed at beginners to start with, and then I'd move along and get a bit more advanced. But if learning art is something that you're interested in, I'm quite happy to point you in the direction of some resources. You'd actually write your own at some point. Oh, for cover art! I'd love to do covers for you. I'll be on it. Alright! The angry blue snake, thank you so much for following! Yes, please. Cool. What kind of artwork were you wanting to get into for the most part? Like, what kind of artwork like really inspires you? You're kind of new to the furry fandom. Oh, cool! Welcome. You got halfway through a narration of that. It was mostly about how much E.T. converted the mother. Wow, that's so weird. Usually books and stuff are better than like movies, but it does not sound that does not really sound like the E.T. movie is anything like the book. Okie dokie, Val. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Sleep well. I'll see you around. Kinda wanted to learn art for a while, to draw really expressive cartoonish characters, and this fandom's really opened your eyes to the really cool form of artistic expression. About it learning a new skill, but it's something you want. Yeah, definitely the furry fandom's full of a lot of really awesome expressive art, that's for sure. Especially cute cartoony stuff. But yeah, I get quite a lot of people asking me about where to start and improving their current work and stuff like that, and I definitely found that you know, they always say practice makes perfect, but no one ever tells you what to practice when they say that. So I didn't actually start really improving in my art until I started asking other artists how they got so good, and then all of them basically said the same thing. They were like, study this, study that, study, 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 and then I was like, oh, okay. So I went and practiced a bunch of stuff that they told me to practice, and then voila, suddenly I started getting better. So yeah, like I kind of want to do kind of like a course on just exercises to do to improve your work in general. that kind of starts off from like super beginner and gets more advanced. So we'll see how that goes, because yeah, it really wasn't until I started getting some direction on what to practice that I started improving. Because yeah, like I've realized it doesn't matter if you practice like 10 hours a day if you're not practicing stuff that's actually helpful. If you're just practicing what you already know, then you're not going to learn anything, are you? You know, that's the whole point of practicing, is that you're supposed to practice stuff that you don't know. But if you don't know where to start, then you're just like, do some Panther Dragon illustrations. Cool! That sounds amazing. Furry artist equals practice all things. Well, for starters, are you more interested in like anthropomorphic animals, like basically animals with sort of human anatomy? Or are you more interested in like regular animals, like four-legged creatures? Thank you, Longtail. How are you? Welcome. I'm just gonna have a sit back and a little bit of a break. A while of the work. Thank you so much, SK. How are you today? Yeah, Anther. So, you know those little wooden art dolls that you see everywhere? Like the ones that you can pose? I would recommend starting off with something like that to learn like general bodily proportions, because it's so simplified. It's really good at just teaching you the basic forms of the body, and honestly, I've found that the basic stuff is like the most important thing when it comes to drawing. Because if your anatomy is really off, or your drawing's really off in general, then it doesn't matter how good you can color and do details. If the whole thing has a shit base, then the whole painting isn't gonna look as good. Oh, thank you so much for following, SK! And then put a wooden tail and ears under one of those dolls. Well, like, just in general, for general human anatomy, like, that's definitely where I think you should start, is because that'll just really help you with the general proportions of the body. And then, you know, move on to more detailed things, like learning how to do hands and, you know, sort of do the same thing with animal heads, you know, like start off with basic shapes if you can. You know, hopefully when I can have time to get around to this tutorial / course thingo, I kind of want to go over it more in depth. But basically it's important to start off with just the simple shapes and then work your way up to details. Cause yeah, like, even if like everything's drawn really well, but the arms are too long or like the wrong length ratio or something, then it's just gonna look off. So yeah, you made your boyfriend a 3D model version of that to use. Cool! That's so awesome! I'd love to see. Guys, Anthro hands will end you. So yes, definitely try to get some Kun dolls. Yeah, those dolls are fantastic. Uploaded the first image of the paint for the contest. Uh-huh. Let me have a look. Oh yes, Woolop is really awesome. Wow, that is a big canvas. That's gonna take you a while to fill. Yeah, it's probably also a pain in the ass to animate more than 3 or 4 fingers. They're a bit expensive. Yeah, they can be a bit expensive, those cotton dolls. Always heard the hands are the hardest thing. Yeah. No, I agree. They I've had so much trouble with them over the years. And then I just practiced really, really hard, and now I just take photos of my own hands half the time for reference. And yeah. I'm just gonna be right back. I'm back. Yeah, no, hands can be a pain. But Blue Snake, do not feel bad about using references. I almost never don't use references. Let me show you an example. So I was having trouble getting the perspective and general poses right. So I actually took photos of my boyfriend out in the driveway. And then I also have a taxidermy coyote head. So I got him to hold them in the same position, and then I photoshopped it on. And then to help me with the lighting, I actually have been learning 3D recently, and I was really struggling with the light. So I actually found a free human model that's posable, and and set up the lighting, like the general lighting, because this lighting was all wrong and not really helping at all. And then the rest of the references, what I usually do is I make myself like a reference sort of page of references that will help me with the specific thing that I'm doing. So for instance, you know, this guy here is pretty evil. And he's supposed to have this kind of hardened leather, you know, evil looking stuff. And also his like head's on this side, like sort of in this inner profile. So, you know, I use this as the overall kind of pose and anatomy help. And then I also get a bunch of photos of the animal on the approximate angle. And then I also get photos of like armor stuff. So, you know, I got all this kind of references, and then that can kind of help me with the overall look and sort of how the light hits it and textures and stuff. You know? Like, you know, for instance, metal is really shiny and leather is not quite so shiny. It's got a little bit more of a dull, soft light effect, but it can get really shiny in some spots, that kind of thing. So yeah, no, reference is definitely really, really important. You know, I agree with like the tracing thing in general. It's not a good way to learn. And I don't necessarily do this for every single painting, by the way. You know, this painting is supposed to be like high detail sort of thing. If I'm spending an awful lot of hours into a painting, I'll do all of this. But otherwise, I actually have an app on my phone that's a really good, quick way of making reference. So, for example, this kind of model will take me like 10 minutes. And there's also a wolf one. And they're really easy to pose. And they're just like on the App Store. It's for like $15 or something each. 10 or 15. And yeah, and they come with like... The human one comes with like both genders and like 5 different body types and all this stuff. And like They actually give you almost kind of like the doll version as well, and they give you a skeleton and the muscles and stuff. The wolf one isn't quite so in depth, but yeah, these you can just pose on like any smartphone or tablet in like 5 minutes and set up a few quick lights, and they can be really helpful for a quick reference. And then actually, in terms of furries, I've taken some of the most popular animals that I draw and just made general ref sheets. So every time I have to do like a quick sketch or a quick painting of like say a wolf, I'll just bring this up, you know, and I've got like a bunch of front facing ones, looking up, looking down, looking a bit to the, you know, left 3/4, and just like slowly turning the head a little bit more to profile view, so it kind of rotates, and so I've just kind of got this map of wolf faces on different angles. So yeah, in general, I don't just use any one single ref. I'll kind of the way I guess I kind of avoid trying to make it look like I've traced or directly copied anything is that usually with my drawing knowledge, I will do the sketch before I get the references. So it's still authentically my sketch, and then the references help me make the sketch accurate, if that makes sense. But yeah. I just talked an awful lot. But yeah, so interface wolf approves. But yeah, so don't feel bad about references at all. I think they're sorry, terrible pun. I love terrible puns. Don't you ever apologize. But yeah, so I would practically say references are almost essential unless you're being extremely cartoony or something. But even then, like, cartoonists have a pretty good knowledge of anatomy and proportions. So I definitely recommend, like, the more you know about this stuff, the easier it is. You know, and I feel really good whenever I do a sketch and then when I get a reference for it, like, it's really close to the reference, even though I didn't use the reference. So you'll feel really good the more you see yourself get better. But yeah, don't shy away from reference. The old masters certainly didn't. In fact, a lot of master painters that get extreme realism basically take a photo of a model and then paint it exactly as it is. They basically do copy it. But you know what? If you take your own photos, you can copy them. It's your own work. You do you. No, you go to bed, Leash. Yeah, no, Eski, that is 100% right. If you draw a door without reference, and then you draw one with reference, and then you try to draw the door again without the reference, you'll see the difference that the references helped you with. I'm not technically still streaming. I stopped and came back. I've only been streaming for like an hour and a half at this point. Also, good morning, Leash. Your memory's naturally vague. Yeah. By the way, anyone that's new here, I don't usually stream at this time. It's really late at night for me. Yeah, Leash, is the stream also clearer? Because when I watched a replay back earlier, there was like practically, yeah. Oh my god, Leash. How good is it? If you forget to reference, find yourself an artist friend who's happy to remind you to always use them. You get in trouble from Kaimer. Good. Kaimer is good peoples. Hold on. Here it is. All golden, buddy. Yeah, Australian internet is terrible. No, you know what I think it is, Leash? Like, were you around earlier when I was testing the streaming in multiple places? I can't remember. But basically, so a friend of mine linked me to this caster.io thing. And it's a website where you can stream to multiple websites at the same time. And so the way it works is that, just at the end, yeah, so the way it works is that I'm not streaming to 4 different websites. I'm streaming to their website, and then they're pushing it out for me to the other websites. So I think what they're doing is, I think they have like a really good connection or server or something with me, and so my stream is coming to them really clean, and then they're using their really good bandwidth or whatever to push the stream out. So I think that, like, ironically, by streaming through this website to multiple different places, it's actually improved my stream. So yeah, I don't know, but that's basically the only major change that's happened. Although my internet has been kind of good lately, like the last day or so, I installed a thing recently behind our TV where all like the cords are, and that's where the Ethernet cables are. And you know when headphones are starting to go, and like unless they're sitting on the exact right angle, they get all crackly. I'm wondering if like my Ethernet cable is kind of like that, and if maybe when I moved stuff around where the cables are, it like got to the perfect angle, and maybe it's actually my Ethernet cable that's terrible. But I haven't done an internet test actually. So as far as I'm aware, the only change is that I'm streaming to this website who is then streaming to Twitch and everywhere else for me. And so far, that's just divine. It's just streaming like a boss. Like, I'm thinking, at the moment it's 720 at 400 bit rate. And I'm tempted to try streaming at 1080p tomorrow. The dog's breakfast. Thank you so much for following. How are you today? Are you really the dog's breakfast? But who's the dog's lunch? You notice with Telstra, especially the internet speed peaks in the afternoon. Yeah, definitely time of day can affect it. The internet tubes are kinked. Yeah, they might be. We'll have to see. Also from Oz. Oh, cool. I should stream at this time more often. I get all the Aussies. G'day, mates. How's it going, cunts? True blue Aussie. Yeah, I unfortunately don't usually stream at this time. There's someone who doesn't confuse her for being British! I know, right? I'm just constantly confused for being British. Just because I don't sound like Steve Owen. Or Crocodile Dundee. Damo and Darren. Don't eat the pussy. Where's the fun in not eating that? Oh my god, you've been getting that a lot lately. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I guess people... I think the thing is that pretty much every foreigner's idea of an Australian is that really extreme, thick Aussie accent. But most Australians don't quite sound that, like, Steve Owen-y level of Australian. Crikey! You know, like, super duper bogans and, like, middle-aged and older people maybe sound a bit more typical Australian, but I feel like a lot of younger people have kind of toned down the accent over the years. And so if you don't sound like Steve Owen, then they're just like, British? You're getting to sleep. Okie dokie. Sleep well, roasted toasty. Sleep well. I'll see you next time. And thank you. Maybe they are kids stuck in themselves in a trench coat. They're more refined. Oh yes, they're more refined Australians. Cathbot, are you saying that you don't walk around going struth and riding kangaroos? Come on. I know, right, Leash? What the hell? Long tail. You gotta look below the stream. There's an anatomical drawing of my ears. These ears are actually vestigial. There are actually secret bird ears under here. Oh yeah, you still work with wildlife? Mind blown. Let's live in a capital city, used to ride roos out in the country. Yes, same. So you've got to make sure that you haven't eaten within a half hour. Because you can get roux sickness. They do, it's called Uberoo. But they're not the best mode of transport when you're really drunk. Coming home from a party. So I usually take the regular person Uber in that circumstance. Rubas. Deliveroo. Yeah, it is. Deliveroo's gonna be pissed. I'm gonna steal their business. I'll pitch it to Uber. Be like, hey, listen. There's a lot of money in this idea. Uberoo. Ruba. Ruba's the best. And before it's stolen. Oh no! Oh, that's alright, I probably would have been too lazy to do anything with it anyway. It's free for stealing. Go on, you take it. You've earned it. Quick, trademark it! Somebody trademark it! Perhaps it is growing out of my head, Longtail. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Skipping work today, catching a Aruba. Oh, Dog's breakfast! Thank you so much for hosting! It's all that Aruba talk. Do you imagine the compulsiment of newbie tourists frogging up and having to get a Aruba? That would be amazing. Could you imagine like the tourism increase for Australia if that was a thing? It's like an anglerfish and she uses it to lure her prey. Leash has the idea. Skippy needed work after his TV career stagnated. Poor Skippy. Oh my god, have you actually watched Skippy, like, since being an adult? I was once traveling long distance via car, and we had to get up at like stupid o'clock in the morning to continue traveling for the next day, and like old reruns of old Skippy came on, and I was like, wow. It was so bad. Like it was kind of funny because there's like some shots they'd have like these taxidermied Roo hands that they'd use for like Skippy's hands. And but then I felt so awkward. Like there was like this scene where like Skippy got chased by a whole bunch of children or something, and I was like, oh no, that poor kangaroo. It's like borderline animal abuse back in the day. I don't think they had as good like animal welfare considerations back then. This poor little wallaby. It's having the worst time. I felt so bad. And it's like, oh, national treasure. It's kind of awkward. Hi, Woof. As you're wanting to make dying whale sounds, it's so bad. But you came to the right place. I'm the queen of dying whale sounds. You can ask Leash. Steve has fallen into the creek. The creek's on fire. Has the fire fallen down the well? Wow, yeah, some people do redeem themselves, don't they? That's nuts. By the way, it's like 12:30 in the morning. So I don't know how much steam I have left in me. I'll go for a little bit longer though. Sort of. I think he was kind of like that same kind of show where there's, you know, like a real life animal being used in the show. It's like, quick Skippy, do the thing, get help. Yeah, definitely cat butt. Oh, you've eaten him already. God damn it, Skippy, not another one. Five children this week. Yeah, probably. It's alright, maybe Skippy will find some gold down there. He kind of is. I've never thought of it that way. That's great. The ning nang nong! Where the cows go bong! And the monkeys all say boo! Here's a Velcro padded room. I think a good portion of kids' shows are just excuses for people to put their drug fantasies on film. Seriously? I think it was called Liftoff? The frigging doll with no face. So creepy. Like, I was a weird kid. I actually really liked creepy stuff. But, that frigging doll, that child doll from Liftoff, scared the shit out of me the most out of everything I saw as a child. And I watched Aliens when I was a child, and that frigging kid off Liftoff was still more scary than that. Like, HR Puff and stuff. Have you seen Piff the Magic Dragon? Hang on, I'm just gonna bring up the Liftoff thing. So that you know what I'm talking about. Rainbow Sugar Cup, hello! Is that my sugar cup? This is all making you feel your age. I know, right? This show. I'm not sure that's the intro I was after. Hang on. How am I today? I'm not too bad, thank you. Although it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So I think I'm gonna leave it here tonight. Yeah, that show. I liked the show overall. I just hated it when like the no-faced child was in it. It was just so creepy. And just talk about acid trip. You know what? I've just realized that whole intro is animated. Let me get a picture of the doll. I found a GIF of it. Oh, thank you, Dog's Breakfast. Lovely to meet you too. Luntail, my pleasure. Thank you for joining me. The best trippy childhood show ever was Round the Twist. Yeah, that was like a good trippy. But that doll. Oh my god. I decided to stream late tonight. Gave you a chance to find me. Aww. Thank you. Yeah, I've had a really good stream tonight. I'll have to do late streams a bit more often when I can. Usually I'm in bed right now, so it's very unusual for me to be up quite this late. Usually I start at like 10:30 in the morning and go till about like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I am on Furry Watch. It's actually brought me quite a fair bit of traffic. But it only shows you if you're live at the time. So yeah, if you're not on there when I'm live, then that'll be how you didn't see me. Yeah, it's fantastic. And I can't believe how stable my stream's been this whole time. What the fuck? You've met me at a good time, you two. Usually my streaming is terrible with my horrible internet because I've got like particularly bad internet here. Yeah, like even for Australia, uncharacteristically bad. And also no NBN. So yeah, usually it's a lot more pixelated and has more like dropouts. But I recently just changed some stuff I was doing. And suddenly it's just clear now. Yeah, actually that's how I found it. I found it through Kit's Twitter post about it. You input a bit here and there and even come up with the logo. Awesome! I don't know if NBN's planned in my current household, but I'm gonna be moving soon to an area that's supposed to have NBN in it, so should be better. Aw, sorry that you're always asleep, Longtail. Oh, Kate. I shall remember that. Yeah, maybe I'll look into doing split streams or something. Maybe on some days I'll stream earlier in the day and other days I'll stream later in the day. I really like streaming, but like it's just really hard to get a functioning schedule sometimes. And it's hard when you want to cater to different time zones, because I usually stream in the morning because most of my commissioners are like US or Europe, and usually it's kind of a better time for them in the morning. And it usually gives me like a bit more of a normal person's work day, because I'll start like in the morning and I'll finish in the afternoon, and then I get the evening to myself, which is really ideal. But then my Aussie pals don't really get to see me, because usually I finish streaming by the time they get home from work. So I'm like, oh, I don't really get that many Aussies in. I'll figure it out. Yes, you have a great night too. Thank you so much for all the super cute emotes. Thank you for hanging out today. And I'll see you all next time. It's like your prime time now. Oh, wow, it's like nearly 1 o'clock in the morning for me, so definitely unusual for me to be up quite this late. But you know, I don't see why I can't do some level of late night streaming, maybe like once a week or something. Longtail, that emote is amazing. Oh, I shall have a fantastic sleep. You sleep well too, lady. It's late. Alright, good night, everyone.